Hello, I'm Joshua, and I'm an INTP, and first and foremost, I'd like to say thank you for viewing this video and subsequently visiting my channel. The topic of this video is going to be on action, and that's just generally to say what I want to express is a idea that do not predict the future, but create the future. That is not to say that one should not pay attention to reality and the way in which it is evolving, but you only pay attention to reality and the way that it is evolving to know what you stand up against, to know what currently exists as a set of possibilities and what parameters surround you that will act as constraints that you must overcome. You use reality as a metric to know what you have to overcome externally, and you reflect on that to know what you have to overcome internally and with self. What knowledge must I acquire to know how to do something? Don't say that something is not possible and don't look for what's actually going to occur. You can't really know because part of the future, the reason the future is so dynamic is because what's really going on is many choices and many complex coherent networks coming together to construct or such that a certain reality emerges. You do not have to be the victim or just the passive observer of emerging realities. There is a reality in a vein out there that you could seize for yourself and you could create. The only question you have to ask is how to do something. Once you have a why for some kind of activity, the only necessary question to ask is how. How, given all the limitations, how, given all the constraints, how, given all that which stands against me, how could I overcome it all to make this thing possible? Don't make your business being a soothsayer. Don't make your business be a seeker. Seek what's possible, seek what's true, but don't be a topographer, don't be a map maker, don't be any more of something than an explorer, but be that explorer so that you can see what needs to be done, what's necessary. For a creator to exist, they have to see the world as a palette and a space to be transformed into something that better reflects I. This is not unique to any particular creator, but is unique to the individual. What world you want to see come into being because of the natural inclinations of yourself is your own concern, but make that your chiefest concern and seek to make that concern come into the world. Look at the world and look at it, really look at it, see it for its possibilities, see it for its things to be manipulated, see it as something of clay, of putty to be molded. Is it the case that there are real constraints? Is it the case that there are real limitations to the world? Is it the case that there is opportunity cost? Is it the case that there is sacrifice? Is it the case that there are a multitude of things that stand against you? Yeah, those things are all true. But you're the type to sacrifice. If you're a creator, you're the type to sacrifice. So, don't predict the future, create the future. Don't give credit to those who try and tell you what your future is going to be or what the future of the world is going to be, because the only thing that they're doing is watching the motion and of the action and ideas of other people, or that which is intrinsic to the principles of nature. And we influence those things with our broader activity, and there is certainly a collective picture and something that is objective and outside of ourselves that we certainly must contend with, but it is not our place to worry about that which we cannot control, but do the very thing that is in our nature to do, and do the very thing that makes life a glorious experience rather than something unfulfilling, drab, and disappointing.